Hi, and welcome to Best in Tesla. So, we are getting new humanoid robot companies popping up every other week, it seems. This week we saw Minty show off a new robot. At the same time, one of the most famous robots took a bow and exit the scene. But at the same time, the old-timer Boston Dynamics showed off a completely new version of Atlas. And Boston called it the world's most dynamic humanoid robot. So the race, kicked off by Tesla telling the world that they would build a useful humanoid robot, is heating up. So let's check it all out and let's dive right in. So it does seems like an old dog can learn new tricks, as Boston Dynamics retired their good old hydraulic robot Atlas. The robot that we heard many Tesla haters say was so much better than what Tesla had, but failing to understand those two robots can hardly be compared. The Tesla robot is made for making useful tasks and has an AI brain where it learned from watching humans do a task, made to be affordable and easy to produce, and is all electric. The old Atlas was a hydraulic robot with no brain, only programming, and was very complicated and very expensive to build. This was never a robot that Boston Dynamics were planning on getting out in the real world, as it would be too dangerous to work together with humans, and it was way too costly to produce and cannot do much. So as I said a couple of years back, Atlas robot will never be able to do useful work. And as the humanoid robot race has taken off over the last couple of years, we see that everyone is now focusing on a useful humanoid robot, after Tesla told the world this is what they're going after. The whole world laughed at Tesla at the time, but after only 2 years, Tesla could show off their progress in their humanoid robot, and at least 25 more companies are also working on this kind of humanoid robot now. I don't think many people are laughing anymore. And now we see that Boston Dynamics are actually retiring the old Atlas as expected, but revealed a whole new version of Atlas that seems to be the most dynamic humanoid robot out there right now, as they showed this very impressive demonstration. So, even though their demo looked like a scene straight out of The Exorcist, the capabilities of the robot were very impressive. The walk still looked a little funny and clumsy, and the arms not swinging right as well, but it does have a freedom of movement we have not seen from any other robots out there. And as Boston Dynamics wrote on their press release, we designed the electric version of Atlas to be stronger, more dexterous, more agile. Atlas may resemble the human form factor, but we are equipping the robot to move in the most efficient way possible to complete a task, rather than being constrained by a human range of motion. Atlas will move in ways that exceed human capabilities. Stay tuned to see what the world's most dynamic humanoid robot can really do. So that sounds really exciting. We already have a pretty good idea of where this robot will start working. As they wrote, the new Atlas will be tested with small groups of customers over the next few years, starting with Hyundai. So just as we have seen with Figure 1, with the collaboration with BMW and UBTech with NIO and more, Boston Dynamics is of course owned by Hyundai, so of course it will be entering this race as well for having a humanoid robot working the production line line of a car factory. And Jim Fan, researcher at NVIDIA, that was also very impressed with the Tesla Optimus robot, said, "It took my brain a while to parse what is going on in this video. We are so obsessed with the human-level robotics that we forget it is just an artificial ceiling. Why don't we make a new species superhuman from day one?" Boston Dynamics has once again reinvented itself, gradually, then suddenly. So I am of course no expert in this, but this is just me thinking out loud here. But making it able to move more than what a human can do seems like a really great idea, as it will become superhuman, but it might also slow down the learning process, as it cannot really be shown by a human what to do, as we can't do it. But I'm not sure if this is a case or a thing. That is just me thinking out loud here. So if you know about this stuff and how to teach a robot with an AI brain how to do stuff we can't without programming, please educate us all down below in the comment section. I guess most of it will be in visualization, but no matter what, Boston Dynamics has definitely realized that the old Atlas is clearly not the way of the future and has only been an R&D project. And if they want to be part of the new robot race, they have to make a humanoid robot that can do useful stuff, and I think their new Atlas robot definitely looks very promising. The only question is, can they build an AI brain that is needed? As we are seeing more than one company integrating large language model into the humanoid robots, and the demos we have seen has really been impressive, from Figure AI with OpenAI's ChatGPT in the US, or UB Tech with Baidu's large language models in China. The race is on for making a useful, affordable humanoid robot with an AI brain. So that is really the next thing I would really like to see from the new Atlas. Does it have an AI brain, or is it still just programming what it does? Because that is how the old Atlas was controlled, no brain, only programming. So the question now facing Boston Dynamics, a company historically focused on the physical capabilities of robots rather than their cognitive functions, is whether they can adapt and thrive in this new era where the brain of the robot, its AI, is paramount. I have no doubt that they can pull off the physical aspect of the robot. This is where Boston Dynamics is leading, but to go from just being a robotics company to also becoming an AI company is no easy task, so maybe they will partner up with other companies for the brain, as we have seen with Figure AI and UB Tech. Tesla seems to be the only one that really has all of this basically in-house, with Tesla's AI vision and robots and the large language models from xAI's Grok as well. So going to be very exciting to see what Tesla will come out with as well. Can't wait to see their next demo, as I am sure Elon has an itch that needs to be scratched after watching Boston Dynamics' new video and all the others popping up on a weekly basis. If you want to keep track on all of this, I highly recommend you following Søren Basher, that has made this whole chart about all the humanoid robots that are out there and what we have seen from them so far. And he just added Boston Dynamics' new Atlas, but also a day after he also added Minty, yet another player entering the arena. So I guess all the skeptics about Tesla's humanoid robot laughing at the idea of a humanoid robot are not laughing so much anymore, as everyone seems to be joining the race with a useful humanoid robot. And this is also why I'm still very optimistic about Tesla's Optimus robot, as Tesla does have some of the best engineers in the world, and what this also shows us that everyone is coming out with a very capable humanoid robot is that the technology is just right. There was a reason why both Apple and Google came out with a smartphone in 2007 and not in 2005 or 2006. It was because the technology to make a smartphone was just right that year, and everyone followed in the years to come. And I think we are witnessing the same thing with humanoid robots. The technology is just right now. We still need a lot of development, of course, but so many companies coming out of nowhere and in only a couple of years have a very impressive humanoid robot shows us that the timing is just right. If you want to be part of the humanoid robot race, you need to enter now. You will be very far behind in only a couple of years because this field is moving fast. Just remember, only a couple of years ago, there was basically no one with a humanoid robot aiming to do useful work. And now CERN has 25 on his list. Just imagine where we will be in just another couple of years. This will come so much faster than most people think, as this will also evolve together with the AI we are seeing an exponential growth in. And before we know it, it will become a very normal thing to see a humanoid robot working in the factories. We are truly living in an amazing time. So buckle up and enjoy the ride, because we are witnessing one of the most important time in human history. And thank you for watching. And until next time, take care out there and be nice.